Today I want to talk about your enemies. Your enemies, your antagonists. The people that give you a hard way in life. We're never going to understand the reasons for these things, people. We're not going to understand it. But we can try to explore the people in general and know what to look out for and who exactly we're dealing with and how to look out for these people. Your enemies. What are some of the things that your enemies do? Well, obviously, they don't communicate with you. And they go about making gestures of negative communication. They don't speak, they roll their eyes. They give you rude comments. They make rude comments to you. They respond to your questions in a rude manner. And the people who are like me, you haven't done anything to these people, so you don't understand why they act the way that they act and why they're doing the things that they're doing. You have no idea. We do know that there's something going on in their own minds, that are creating this behavior that we have to deal with. It's why I made it my life's mission, to explore and discuss the things that we do to each other for the purpose of trying to improve something about, such things. But every day, I see different types of people act in different ways, and you just don't know what's going on with that. It seems like they have a really poor view of themselves, and that reflects in how they treat you. But I've been in situations, especially at work, because we always talk about the workplace, but in the workplace you have a smorgasbord of these types of things that happen in these workplaces. Everyone is a flying monkey. Everyone is a narcissistic planner if they have some authority or something. Or clueless people in the middle. And everyone has this type of this animus that they have. Especially if you're a targeted person and they know that one of the people that they want to follow has a problem with you. And then everyone has a problem with you. Doesn't matter what you did or what you didn't do or what they know about the circumstances or the person, because they don't even know the person that they're following. That person has their own agenda, right? And it's based on their distortion. That person doesn't like you because you're more popular, or you have more money, or some stupid thing. And no one tends to question that person about their motives. They just blindly follow. I don't like them either. Now, many of you have and share the same types of sentiments when it comes to effulgent people. I keep saying it. If you're a lowlife, you hate people who shine. Can't stand the sight of them because they make you realize what you aren't. But in every way I see these people, they either say the wrong things for no reason. That's why I talked about detachment, because you're trying to avoid people that, unnecessarily that you don't have to deal with. If you're at a job, you're going to have to work with people, but only to a certain degree, right? You don't have to allow them in your personal space. You don't have to tell them, things that are not relative to the job, and you'll be okay if you do that, because your business is going to be shared in a way to hurt you. These people, they don't care about you. Imagine working somewhere and everyone is your enemy. How would that feel for you guys? I've been there. That's why I'm asking you, because I've lived through these situations in my life. Working at a job where everyone is your enemy. Now, you have not done anything to anyone because you can catalog what you've done, right? Your actions. If you're a reflector type of person, you're going to reflect on what you've done or what you may have said to someone. But if you haven't said anything to them, and maybe your run-ins were with some of these narcissistic assholes, then you know that the people who have something against you are following these particular people. It's all done for that reason. You know, these are the people, you know, who can't think for themselves. Oh, sure, if something happened to them, they want you to take up a cause for them. Yeah, sure. But when when the shoe's on the other foot and they don't have to deal with it, it's like, you know, better you than me. And we constantly deal with these types of people who will look you in your face knowing that they did something to you, and they don't reckon with any of those things. They're not even weighing themselves. They're not even challenging themselves about why they did something. You know, because they don't even reason that it was anything wrong. It was just a learned behavior. You know, many of these folks act in these ways, and you know, the best of us will become really frustrated in life because it's like an uphill battle. It's hopeless. You know, to simply just want people to just act right. You know, no one's asking for Mother Teresa or anything, but just act right. Treat people right, folks. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And too many of you are just devoid of that ability. You gravitate to the dumbest things because, you know, you think that's the quickest way to your gratification. You know, you want to be validated by people who aren't worth anything themselves. You know, the people that cut you off in traffic, the people who steal from you, the people who don't speak when you speak to them, and all of these other things that people do, and it comes down to what they're doing. Now, you don't have to let that affect you, and that's why I talk about detachment, because detachment will save your life. Detachment will keep you from really realizing the low-grade nature of these people that you are around. And why aren't they low-grade? You know? Why aren't they? They do everything counter to something good. They don't show good behavior, so obviously they're showing bad behavior. And just enough people are just not concerned with that. They're on the bandwagon. They're part of the bullshit, so they're just not ready to stop it. You know, because that means pointing the finger at themselves as well, and they're not willing to do that. And that's what the problem is. You know, I've yet to have someone comment on my videos and say that I'm talking about the same thing over and over again when the world has not changed, you know, at all. Not in the least bit. You know, the problem is still ongoing, but yet we're saying we don't want to hear about it anymore. Don't you guys get that this is the reason why the problem is still occurring? Because there's no action. Troubling, man. I love bad behavior, folks. But not as much as I love detachment in the right situations. That'll save your life. I keep telling you. You don't have to put your focus on negative people and people who want to bring you down. You know, surround yourselves with positive people, people who want to see the best for you and to have the best outcome. Those are the people that you want to strive towards and gravitate to. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Pick up my book on Amazon. Pick it up on my website, thinkbehavior.info. And if you're around the types of people, you know, because you want their validation, just realize that you really don't need that, folks. If you're even sitting around thinking about trying to be better or why this is the way it is, then you are already a good person. You just don't realize that, because bad people, they don't reflect, they never entertain these things. Y'all take care.